Right at the beginning of Monday Night Raw, they told us we're going to get a six-pack challenge. Sasha Banks, Naomi, Doudrop, Nikki ASH, Asuka and Becky Lynch vying for an opportunity that will come down the line for the Raw Women's Championship. Moments later, we were told that Sasha Banks and Naomi have walked out of WWE. What has gone on in that short time frame? Was Sasha Banks and Naomi right to walk out? And how much can we really believe from the statements that WWE put out? We're going to talk about that all in just a second, so stay tuned. What's up, Maniacs? My name is Mex. I'm a wrestling fan, wrestling enthusiast, a WrestleManiac if you will. And today we are talking about Sasha Banks and Naomi walking out of WWE in the middle of WWE Raw before a main event they were supposed to feature in. Right here at WrestleManiac UK, I discuss everything that's WWE and AEW, so if this sounds like the place for you, make sure you hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit the bell as well so you get notified each and every time I drop a new video. And you're going to enjoy this video. I only bring the facts to you. I'm going to leave my opinions till later on in the video, so make sure you hit that like button too. But let's get into it. Right, so first things first, I'm gonna read you the statement. I'm gonna put it on the screen as well. I'm gonna read the statement that WWE issued following Sasha Banks and Naomi not being around and this whole advertised main event. That's gonna be very key. Advertised main event kind of not happening as planned. So I'm reading it straight off my phone. It says, when Sasha Banks and Naomi arrived at the arena this afternoon, they were informed of their participation in the main event of tonight's Monday Night Raw. During the broadcast, they walked into WWE Head of Talent Relations John Laurinaitis' office with their suitcases in hand, placed their tag team championship belts on the desk and walked out. They claimed they weren't respected enough as tag team champions, and even though they had 8 hours to rehearse and construct their match, they claimed they were uncomfortable in the ring with their two opponents, even though they'd had matches with those individuals in the past with no consequence. Monday Night Raw is a scripted live TV show whose characters are expected to perform the requirements of their contract. We regret we were unable to deliver as advertised tonight's main event. So to start off with, there are some bits in this statement I'm gonna call BS on straight away. This was not an advertised match. An advert happens before the show begins, so the audience, we know what we're going to watch. Nothing was advertised before Monday Night Raw that there was going to be a six-pack challenge for a #1 contendership down the line. This was not advertised. They have clearly just turned up to the arena and been told, this is happening tonight, ladies. You're going to be in the main event in a six-pack challenge. Nothing was previously told or advertised. So maybe this is where the disrespect and feeling underappreciated comes from. Why are we, the tag team champions, not really doing anything to elevate the tag team titles? Yet you're using us in the Raw Women's Championship scene. You're using us in the main event. Yes, albeit a main event, but this isn't where we should be used. We know Sasha Banks herself has fought hammer and tongs for these titles. She really wanted these titles. This isn't the first time she has become incredibly disillusioned and upset with how these tag team titles are treated and are booked. If you guys remember back to WrestleMania 35, she walked out on the company practically after that WrestleMania because of the booking around the women's tag team championships. And it's been said that Sasha Banks asked for her release from the company following that whole palaver. Vince McMahon rejected it and gave her an extended period of time off. So this is something that is clearly very close to at least Sasha Banks' heart, and probably why she wasn't happy with the booking once she arrived at the arena. Like I said, this match was not advertised beforehand. Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful has also went on to say that when this match was put on like the running list of all the matches going to happen on the night, there was no referee next to this match and there was no producer next to this match. And when he asked around as to why there is no named referee or producer for this match, he was just being told, go to speak to that person, go and speak to that person, and not being given a straight answer. This is someone that often gets straight answers from anyone he asks regarding the setup of Monday Night Raw. So that is very, very peculiar in itself. Personally, I'm not a big fan of how WWE dealt with this afterwards as well. Firstly, making Becky Lynch kind of run out and be the spokesperson to Adam Pearce, saying that I just saw Naomi and Sasha leave and everything like that. Like, that's one thing, and even if they left it there, that could have probably been worked into a story later down the line. We don't know how this is going to turn out. But then consistently announcing throughout the show that Sasha Banks and Naomi have walked out, Corey Graves making comments like this is unprofessional, I think is the wrong way you deal with something like this. Now, I will firstly say that to a degree, I agree that this is unprofessional. However, how it has also been dealt with is very unprofessional in my opinion. Fightful Select also put a report out there that Naomi was supposed to go over in this 6-pack challenge, meaning that she would be setting up a match against Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship. Now, again, with how close all three women are, Sasha Banks, Naomi and Bianca Belair, I can't imagine that Sasha Banks would have kind of taken this opportunity from Naomi if this was all kind of clear and really laid out, and you know, plans are on the table and everything was communicated well. This sounds like a situation where communication has been extremely poor. This has been sprung upon them. People will say Sasha Banks is the ringleader in this decision to walk out. Again, she has previous of doing things like this. However, it seems that obviously the tag team championships are their main focus, and being thrusted into this story, if this is what we are going to believe, is what has caused all the issues. So guys, at this time, that's basically what we have to work with. We're still trying to, you know, pull together what's going on. I wonder if throughout the day we're going to hear some more on this. But yeah, I think Sasha Banks just feels hugely unappreciated within WWE. I've been saying this for a very long time. It won't be the last time you hear me say it. I will probably speak on this later on today as well, once I've kind of thought about it, collected my thoughts a bit better. But yeah, Sasha Banks, you know, from SummerSlam with the whole thing with Bianca Belair not appearing, then Becky Lynch comes out and squashes Belair, and now, you know, Sasha Banks has returned, put into the tag team title picture, won it at WrestleMania, and I thought they've been treated rather okay, but this isn't how Sasha Banks should be treated. She is one of the biggest stars in the company, and I definitely feel she's underappreciated, definitely behind the likes of Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, where she should be at their level in terms of treatment, if not better, because she's that good. Right now, it seems like Naomi's just been a bit of a casualty in all of this, although it does seem that she also walked out. It'll be interesting to see how she is dealt with. She does have like a different level of star to Sasha Banks, so it'll be interested to see, you know, what the overall punishments, if any, is handed out to these guys and how it is dealt with. Like I say, there will probably be more on this later today on my channel, so make sure you click the subscribe button, you click the notification bell as well. But for now, I want to hear you guys' thoughts. Hit me up down below in the comments. What are your thoughts on Sasha Banks and Naomi walking out of WWE Monday Night Raw? Was that the right thing to do? Was it unprofessional? Do they need to stand up to bad creative? I want to hear all your thoughts down below. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit the like button, and if you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you get notified each and every time I drop a new video. WrestleManiac UK signing out, and I'll see you soon.